2K Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, is delighted to present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. The opening round of the Daybreak Classic is on now. I'm Luke Elvey alongside my great mate Rich Beam in the booth, and out on the course bringing you all the shots, all the colour, all the action are Henny Quirk and John McCarthy. We're thrilled to kick off this week's coverage on 2K Sports. Can't wait to see how this event plays out. Can't wait to get into the action. Let's get down to the first hole. Let's see what kind of tone he sets for himself today. Oh, well played. From about 100 yards. And that one has found its way onto the green. That's a good shot, but some work ahead still. This putt is from 14 feet.
Who doesn't love a birdie putt?
How good was that putt?
I can't ever recall him making a birdie and feeling bad about it. So yes, birdie on the first, great job.
He's currently in second place on the leaderboard. The second at Pinehurst number 2, Rich. Tee it high, let it fly.
It's a big hole. You want to aim it at that waist area down the left-hand side. And from there, your second shot to a green that sits slightly above the fairway and plenty of runoff areas all around.
Do you like the view from where you're standing, Henny?
Setting up here from about 190 yards.
Oh, that looked good in the air, and now looks great on the ground. How close was that to going in the hole? Great shot. Just a 4-footer remaining.
All right, guys, this for 2 birdies in a row.
Just a tiny putt is all that remains. He's currently tied for third. The third, Rich, is a par 4, but it's a short one.
It is. Driver not always required by the players here. So anything finding the fairway will leave a second shot of, shortish length to a green that tilts from back to front and again has slopes that run in all different directions away from this green.
Handy effort, that one. Okay, not the best result, but a chance to get up and down. Let's see if we can get this one up and down for par. Wow, that almost went in the hole. And that should secure the par on this one. He currently shares 4th position. The 4th hole is a par 4 with an elevated tee shot.
A little bit of a shoot type feeling that you have off this tee to a fairway that cambers left to right. Second shot straight back up the hill. You got a little bit of room on the right hand side that you can use to bank the ball back onto the green. It is a difficult prospect though.
He's setting up for his second shot. Just 1 stroke off the lead. Seems to have chosen the 3-wood. This would be a great up and down. Oh, I thought that one was going in. Big putt for par coming up. We've got Corey Connors sitting on top of the standings as we move to the next hole. Pinehurst number 2, originally designed by the legendary architect Donald Ross and restored recently by Core Crenshaw. And the 5th hole is a real feature, isn't it?
They've done an immaculate job here. Tee shot runs parallel in the opposite direction to the 4th. Fairway does camber from right to left, so a draw more than likely with your second shot, but you don't want to miss this green to the left. There is a massive run out, and that golf ball will keep going and going and going until it's gone.
Oh, wonderfully played chip shot.
Great touch.
And this putt to move into a tie for 4th place. Just hammered that through the line. Oh, so close. And that's all she wrote. Now 3 strokes back after that hole. The 6th at Pinehurst number 2 is the first par 3 on the property.
Again, runoff areas both left and right into some pretty deep bunkers. Finding the green in regulation is going to be key.
Opting for the 5-wood. That was special. This is what remains to get into 7th on the leaderboard. That's a good way to bounce back from the drop shot at the last hole. He's currently tied for 7th here. On the tee here at the par 4 7th, Rich, what's the best way to attack it?
Best way to attack it is to be bold off this tee. You want to be able to cut off as much as that dog leg as possible. You want to have the shortest club in your hand to attack this flagstick on another domed green.
This one needs to stay out of that rough ahead.
Down to Henny now, and she's taking a good look at this player's lie.
You can get great connection on this one. The rough's not going to cause any trouble. It's sitting good.
Chosen the pitching wedge here.
This would be a momentum saver here, getting this up and down.
And it drops. And a spot in the top 5 also with that great shot. And as we look at the leaderboard, our player out in front is leading by 1. The 8th hole at Pinehurst number 2 is a par 5, but works itself back up the hill.
Only the longest hitters are going to be able to find this green in 2, but if they want to keep it on this green, they're going to need a little bit of luck here, because this green, no bunkers surrounding it, but there are very few flat spots around it. If you want to make birdie, you better have a keen short game.
Atta boy, good shot. Good shot there, Beamer. A lot on the line here. This putt for a share of top spot. Nice one. 4th birdie of the day. Currently at 3 under for the day. Then the 9th at Pinehurst number 2 is quite a unique par 3 to finish the outward half.
Yes, you got deep bunkers both front and back, and the green tends to chase towards them. Anything out to the right-hand side into a little safe zone is what I would call it. That's the play.
That's a little wayward. Here's a chance to get up and down from the green side bunker. So lightning does strike twice?
Gotta love this. This player is in fuego.
Well, Rich, that's always a nice way to get going out of the gates and in top spot. Impressive.
I got to say, every facet of this player's game was in great shape today. Lots of golf yet to be played. Looking forward to watching it.
Well, Rich, that round reminded me of that old adage, early ripe, early rotten.
Oh, I thought you were going to say, well, he was born in the penthouse, but ended up in the outhouse by the end of his life.
On behalf of myself, Rich Beam, and all the hard-working folks at 2K Sports, thanks for tuning in, and see you next time. Get set for the dramatic season-long race for the FedEx Cup, presented by 2K Sports and the PGA Tour. The second round of the Daybreak Classic is set to begin. Hi everyone, I'm Luke Elvey. Lovely to have you with us today once again. Taking a look at the leaderboard and the position of our featured player. And it's a story that really isn't spoken about as much on tour, but it should be a nerve-wracking day ahead for our player.
It's amazing how much players are affected by that cut. You're going to see every player out there today grinding it out to make this cut.
That one was fired out of a cannon.
This is his second shot. And just sneaks into the heavier grass there. This would be a great up and down from this spot. Oh, wouldn't that have been nice? "16 feet to the hole." Now that's a mistake. How do you leave that short? So it'll be a bogey on the scorecard to begin the round.
Starting off with a bogey at first, not tragic. You got a lot of holes to make it up. Let's see how they deal with it going forward.
And over to the second we go, and it's a par 4.
It's a big hole. You want to aim it at that waist area down the left-hand side. And from there, open up the angle for the second shot to a green that sits slightly above the fairway. And one of the features that we'll be talking about at Pinehurst, a green that has runoff areas in all 4 directions.
John, do you have any info down there?
Hey guys, we are down here checking in with the Canadian Brooke Henderson as she gets set here for her next shot on the 16th.
Well, that's an impressive little chip. Let's get back to it, shall we? Well, Rich, being half a Canadian these days, I certainly take a shining to Brooke Henderson because she really is a national hero, arguably the best golfer in Canada, not just female. Of course, we know she's the best woman in Canada, but the way she plays the game, it really endears her to a lot of people, doesn't it?
Well, it does. I'm still trying to figure out which half you're Canadian in because I'm really not buying
the
that.
Back half.
I'm really not buying that statement there, Luke. I mean, just look at you know, the first thing I notice is how good she swings it. I mean, you just don't see many professionals in the game swing it that good, regardless whether it's men or women. She has got a world-class swing, and that stands out more than anything for me. And she's just out there, and she's having fun, but she wants it all. She wants to win every single week out there. And the competitive fire that burns inside her, it shows. I mean, she really wants to win every single week. You know, it's not happening, obviously, but I'd tell you what, she's a phenomenal player. And she's just going to win as many times as she wants to, it seems like. Not how many they're going to give her, but she's a real deal.
Yep, that shot safely on the green. Henny, what's he facing with this putt?
He's staring down 23 feet here.
Looking good.
Oh, just missed the birdie. That's a shame. Job done. Let's head to the next. Nicely played. Moving on up the leaderboard now after that hole. Let's go to the 4th. It's a par 4.
Your tee shot through a little bit of shoot there. Fairway cambers from left to right. Next shot, straight back up the hill. You got a little bit of room out to the right-hand side that you can use to bank your golf ball off of and get it back on the green. This is a daunting prospect of a hole.
Well, that sets up a birdie putt, even if it is from long range. Chance to get one under the card with this putt. John, have you got a good read on this one?
It's going to go down the hill, and then it should break left to right.
Ooh. Putting for a par here. Oh, what a shame. And this one will be for bogey. Now 8 shots back after that hole. And hole number 5 is a par 5. That's heading for the fairway. His second shot here. Going with the hybrid. Putting hasn't been the strength today. Hopefully that can change right here. There's part of about 6 feet coming up. Looking for his first birdie of the day. Well, what a way to bounce back. Nice putt to hole. Trailing by 7 after that hole. The 6th is a par 3.
Yeah, not too much to this one other than the fact that you've got a minuscule green here and you got a lot of runoff areas into both bunkers, right and left. Difficult to find the surface in one. Par is going to be a good score.
This would be a great up and down. Well, that's very crafty, isn't it?
Just eyeballing that one, trying to make it.
Just 3 feet to the cup.
Yeah, putting for bogey here.
And unfortunately heading in the wrong direction on the leaderboard after that hole. We've arrived now at the 7th in the par 4.
Yes, dog leg from left to right. The longer the hitter, the more of that dog leg they will cut off, reducing the hole in size, which will be helpful because you get to go into this raised green with such a short iron.
Playing from 110 yards out. That's inside the house of opportunity.
And a fantastic look upcoming.
John, have you got a read on this one?
And I think this one's going to go right to left.
Putting for a par now. In the end, that will be a disappointing par after such a great approach shot. Currently at +1 for the tournament. Let's see what happens here at the 8th.
Only the longest hitters are going to be able to find this green in 2, but if they want to keep it on this green, they're going to need a little bit of luck here because this green, no bunkers surrounding it, but there are very few flat spots around it. If you want to make birdie, you better have a keen short game.
Well, that's a handy shot. From around 180 yards out.
The perfect wind swing. Nice and easy.
12 feet to the cup coming up. Just a short putt remaining here. Oh, Rich, is there anything more disappointing setting up what you'd think is a makeable birdie putt, but unfortunately not able to convert? Hole number 9 is a par 3.
Yes, you got deep bunkers both front and back, and the green tends to chase towards them. Anything out to the right-hand side into a little safe zone is what I would call it. That's the play.
That's just inside the range.
Luke, nothing gets past you. Yes, this kid is a stud.
Ah, the birdie just slides by. Just a tiny putt is all that remains. The game can be frustrating, can't it? Rich, I know you're an eternally optimistic type of player. We're through 9 holes here and it's cut day. Do you think this player's got a chance of playing on the weekend?
Luke, I guarantee they'll have a tee time this weekend. It'll be at the Muni down the road, however.
Well, Rich, you never like to see it, a player missing the cut on the PGA Tour. How does one respond?
Luke, I've got great insight on that question. You kind of have to look back and think about the positive things you did to reinforce those. But every once in a while, you got to look back and say, where did I make the mistakes? Where did I go wrong? And learn from those. Because if you don't take time to learn from your mistakes, then what are you learning from? You have to look back and figure out where it went wrong so you don't make those same mistakes again the following week or the following tournament.
Well, that'll just about do it. On behalf of Rich Beam, I'm Luke Elvey. Thanks for tuning in. Look forward to your company next time. Sports and the PGA Tour are proud to bring you the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. We're at one of golf's iconic venues, Torrey Pines, and our first round coverage of the Farmers Insurance Open. It's about to begin. Hello and welcome. It's great to have your company here on 2K Sports. I'm Luke Elvey, alongside Rich Beam, right here in the booth, and out on the course is Henny Koyak and John McCarthy. And Beamer, your thoughts quickly here on Torrey Pines South. It is a big boy golf course, isn't it?
It is, and these players are in for a rude awakening because they've had some pretty simple golf courses up to this point. But this golf course, U.S. Open venue, this is going to punch you right in the mouth. There's no holding back here. This golf course is flat out tough. One of the toughest tests these players will see all year long. It's usually damp. It's usually cool. The wind blows off the ocean. It is just all around not fun to play in. But I tell you what, if you're playing well, you can really find out what you are doing well, and that will help you in the upcoming season a lot.
And he's safely on the green. 15 feet to the cup. Penny, take us through the break on this putt.
I've given it a good look. I see this one going left at the hole.
Oh, just missing the birdie there. And that should secure the par on this one. The second, a short par 4, one that the players like to take on these days, Rich. A good birdie look here.
They do. It used to be where you laid back on top of the hill and took a wedge, 9-iron sometimes for your second shot, but a lot of players now are challenging that bunker down the right-hand side, getting as far down there as possible, and just having a flick with a sand wedge in for their second.
Well, I know that we're in the booth and not right up close to it, but it doesn't take a smart person to work out that's not a nice lie. Oh, that one skirted the edge of the hole. Let's check in with Tom Kim, shall we? Scorecard filled with threes never hurts. Good putt to make this. What are we looking at for this putt, Henny?
18-footer here is what he's facing.
A par putt on the table. So no movement there. He stays at even with the card. There are so many stunning holes on this entire property, but there's few more picturesque than this downhill par 3 third.
It might be stunning to look at, but it is painful. Can be extremely painful to play. Downhill all the way. When they tuck the pin over on the left-hand side, forget about it. Never hit it there. Only when the pin is on the center or the right part of the green should you be taking dead aim. Other than that, center of the green all day long.
There's 17 feet remaining to the hole.
Little birdie look in here.
And he's down there. You got a read?
This putt is breaking right to left.
That's disappointing. Our work here is done. Let's head to the next hole. The fourth hole runs right along the cliffs here of La Jolla, and it's a very strong par 4.
I love this hole. Just take it out of those bunkers on the right-hand side and hit yourself a nice little baby draw. And from there, you have probably one of the coolest green complexes, I think, on the golf course. Really difficult to make birdie, and actually you're pretty happy making par. But I'm telling you what, sit there and enjoy the beauty of this hole. It's a doozy.
Standing over his second shot. Oh, this one looks pretty handy here.
Well, after watching that, Tom Kim's thinking to himself, I better up my game here.
Currently at -1 following that hole. There's a real premium on your tee shots here at Torrey Pines South Course. Keeping ball in fairways critical, and that is illustrated also by the par 4 fifth.
This is a difficult driving hole. Big, deep bunkers left and right that must be avoided. From there, the second shot plays a touch downhill green that tilts pretty good from left to right and back to front. It's a strong par 4.
It looks so good for so long, but now it's first cut.
That is a high-quality shot. Got a lot of that one. Yes, anytime you can find the green and have a putt, you'll take it. 14 feet to the cup.
This for a birdie run.
Penny, take us through the break on this putt.
Okay, my money is on a right-to-lefter.
That one not quite reaching to the hole there. Just a short putt remaining here. Now 5 strokes behind. The 6 hole's a really cool par 5. Once you get back up onto the top of the hill here, you want to try and take on the corner of this par 5.
Yeah, taking it down the right-hand side, it will seriously reduce this par 5, but you got to avoid the rough. It can get really nasty. From there, you could possibly run it up between all those bunkers. There's one low spot area on the left-hand side of this green that will come into play should you get your distance control a little bit wrong.
Rich, we know these days with the PGA Tour, the wraparound schedule, the tour begins in the fall, but really it's felt at the start of any new year that every time you come to Torrey Pines, the big stars come out to play. It feels like the authentic start to the season.
It certainly does that, and I think that the big-name players, the accomplished players, love coming here to Torrey Pines because it's going to give them a gauge of exactly where their game is at and what they need to work on, because you can't go around either the north or the south course and geek it around. You have to be on your game. You have to drive the ball well.
Oh, what a touch of class. Holds it from the sand. Let's return to live play now. Lining up the birdie putt here. Down she goes. Let's head to the next. Currently a couple under for the round.
Always like to see your name moving up the leaderboard. Never a bad thing.
Over to 7 here at Torrey Pines South, Rich. A great par 4 that requires good positioning off the tee as well.
Lovely tee shot here. Just take it out those bunkers on the left-hand side and hit yourself a little baby fade. From there, you've got a green that sits above you slightly. It also chases away from you just a little bit, believe it or not. This is a really good, strong par 4. Par is a great score.
That'll work there. Great shot into the 7th and a chance for birdie. Time to catch up with that fabulous Korean, Tom Kim. Just 3 back from the leader. How about this shot? Oh, he's hit a good bunker shot there, but that one's pretty close. That's just about 3 feet away.
He's got this to move into a tie with Tom Kim.
That's a good putt to make that one. That's back-to-back birdies.
Gotta like it. 2 in a row. He's feeling it.
He's currently tied for 15th.
Moving up the leaderboard. I like it.
The 8th at Torrey Pines South is an uphill par 3. It can be a hole in one hole, or it could be an absolute brute to even find the green, depending on where that hole location is.
This green is not deep. It's wide. It's got a lot of movement from east to west, just not a lot of room north to south. You find the right section of this green, you could find yourself a nice little deuce.
Opting for the 6 iron. Well, got some sort of streak going on here. Greens in regulation. What a statistic.
Well, the practice is paying off here, Luke. This player is relentless.
Always love these opportunities, especially when it's for birdie.
You can cut the tension down here with a knife, guys. He's got this to go in front of Tom Kim.
He's in a share of 15th place here. The final hole on the outward half is a par 5. Runs right against the boundary fence, and it requires 2 big shots.
2 long straight shots required if you want to find this par 5 and 2. If you don't, a nice little layup. Give yourself a good number for a 3rd shot. There is a nice little shelf there. If it pins up top left, watch the spin. Down on the right-hand side, watch it go in the hole maybe.
Well, when he exploded onto the PGA Tour, Tom Kim was everyone's second favourite player, wasn't he? He's got that bright, effervescent vibe about him, and he just seems to play the game with a kind of enthusiasm of youth.
I kind of like how you said Tom Kim is the 2nd favorite player on tour. And listen, I get it. You know, there's always going to be one great big popular guy, but you know, Tom is that breath of fresh air, isn't it? He's a young kid. He comes out here, he's smiling, he plays with exuberance. He's in love with the game, and he shows it when he's out there, doesn't he? I think that's why it makes him a fan favorite, because he looks like he's having fun doing what he loves to do.
A good chance to take it even deeper here. This putt's for 4 under. And he's down there. You got a read?
This putt goes downhill and breaks to the right.
Not a bad effort right there from long range. Big breaking putt. He just didn't quite read it right, but it'll be an easy par.
In she goes. Let's head to the next. And as we turn for home, Rich, always a good chance to reflect on the halfway stage of this round.
Well, Luke, I've been enjoying this pair of rivals we are following today. The 2 of them are pretty even for the event so far. Very interested to see who will come out of this with the bragging rights.
So the opening round in the books, Rich. Impressed with your efforts here in the booth. Thanks for your time.
Same, Luke. Enjoyed the day. Looking forward to tomorrow.
Well, on behalf of myself, Luke Elvey, and Rich B, thanks for tuning in. Catch you tomorrow. PGA Sports and the PGA Tour are delighted to bring you the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. We're back in beautiful La Jolla, California for the 2nd round coverage of the Farmers Insurance Open. Hi, I'm Luke Elvey. Delightful to have your company once again. And Rich, as this round begins, what are your thoughts on this particular player?
Luke, they are just so far back, it's disgusting. So I don't know what the Dale and Taste for him, but I tell you what, if they don't get it in gear, they can just go on home and start fresh next week.
Let's catch up with play down on the opening hole. And let's see what he can do here today. And Henny, what are you seeing down there?
Setting up here from about 140 yards. Beautiful shot. Really managed that well in the wind.
John, have you got a read on this one? What's it going to do?
Well, this putt will start out pretty straight and then take a little left turn as it nears the hole.
Currently 1 under for the event. Looking to ride the momentum after coming off a birdie here with this shot. Oh, well struck. This drive's heading for the fairway in my eyes. Second shot on the second. Oh, right by the hole. Good chance this one. Right on 6 feet.
What a great opportunity here for a look at a birdie.
So close. Yeah, well holed. Let's move on to the next. Currently 1 under for the tournament. Here we are at the third hole, a par 3.
I like it when they move this tee box up and it's only a wedge, because when they make it a 5-iron or more, this thing gets really difficult. Firm green, actually tilts away from you towards the ocean. This is a really difficult green to find.
Oh my, right by the hole. Now let's head to Tom Kim. Oh, be the right club today. Okay, time to return to the action. Putting for birdie here. And our man on the ground, John McCarthy, has been giving us some great reads all day. What's this one doing, mate?
Not a whole lot to this putt. If anything, it'll move a little to the right.
That's a well-played hole, but in the end, just tap it in for a par. In she goes. Let's head to the next. Well, that's certainly a step in the right direction. Keep it going. And now onto the par 4, fourth hole.
Very picturesque, this fourth hole. Pacific Ocean directly to the golfer's left-hand side. Don't be sucked in by the views, however. You want no part of that. And you certainly don't want any part of that fairway bunker down the right-hand side either. Find the fairway, and you've got a good chance at knocking it on this green in 2. Be wary, though. Anything long and left on this green is no good.
Playing this shot from about 180 yards. Outstanding approach shot. Just 4 feet remaining between him and the hole. And now he's just 3 shots off the cut line. And as we move to the next hole, our leader is ahead by a couple of shots. Now on the tee of the 5th hole, the par 4.
This fairway cambers from left to right, which helps a fade on this hole. However, don't get too overzealous and pull it, because that fairway bunker down the left, that sees a lot of action. Second shot is a green that pitches back towards you from back to front. That's got a lot of movement over on the left-hand side.
Oh, wonderful shot. And a chance for birdie at the 5th. Let's check in with Tom Kim, shall we? Ooh, just skinned the hole, that one. Let's catch up with the current proceedings. Always nice to have a birdie putt. That was an important play for this one. Just a couple of shots out of the cut line now.
Back-to-back birdies, moving the right direction there, Luke.
As we check the standings, our leader has a 2-stroke advantage. The 6th hole is a par 5.
It's a nice reprieve, this par 5. Just a little bit dogleg from left to right. Keep it shy of those fairway bunkers down the left-hand side, and almost every player will give it a go in 2. This is a 3-tiered green with a low area over on the left-hand side that sees a lot of action.
Nicely done.
He's setting up for his 2nd shot. Oh, I love this type of courage, Rich. Going forward in 2.
Using the big muscles to get it home in 2 there.
Okay, Henny. What's he looking at with this putt?
If this goes in, this is going to be putt of the century. This is huge.
That one's going to turn out pretty well, I think. Looks like a pretty straightforward 5-footer to me.
This is for birdie.
Nice one. 4th birdie of the day. And that will take him now to 4 under the card. Deep into the front 9. Here we are at the 7th hole.
This fairway slopes pretty good from left to right. Players want to start it out at the fairway bunker down the left-hand side and just hit a gentle fade off of that. Second shot here is to an elevated green. Don't go long whatsoever here. That's when the barranca and the canyons come into play.
Well struck. This shot from 120 yards. Fairways and greens. Easy game, isn't it?
Dare I say, Luke, this player has been in fuego with his approach shots. Another green in regulation.
A birdie putt awaits. Mark it down. That's birdie number 5. Our current leader is enjoying a 2-stroke lead. It's time for a 1-shotter.
This green is not deep. It's wide. It's got a lot of movement from east to west, just not a lot of room north to south. You find the right section of this green, you could find yourself a nice little deuce.
Going with the 7. Setting up here with a very long putt.
This to move into a tie with Tom Kim.
Ooh. That's just about 3 feet away. As we head to the next, our leader is ahead by 2. Well, this is a player after my own heart. Going with the driver here.
Luke, it's just a straight par 5, 615 yards. You got to hit a straight tee shot, a straight second shot, and hopefully hit a straight third shot. It can get challenging when they put the pin on the top left tier. That's when you can put a little too much spin on it and have it come chasing down to the front part of the green. That's no good.
Second shot here on the 9th hole. Wonderfully played. Trying to get it to 7 under par with this putt. Penny, take us through the break on this putt.
Yeah, it's going to bank to the left-hand side, this one.
Remember the old adage, never up, never in. What an opportunity to make a birdie. Gee, that's good playing. 6 birdies in a round. All right, Rich, 9 holes down, 9 to go, and it is cut day. This position looks precarious for this player.
Currently, they are well below the cut line. It's going to take an awful lot of hard work and certainly a bit of luck to see them make it on the weekend. They're going to have to dig deep if they want to stick around.
Bite, bite.
Second shot here at the 10th.
Looking great so far out the rough. Oh, that is textbook. The wind was howling, but that didn't matter.
Time to catch up with that fabulous Korean, Tom Kim. This looks pretty handy. Oh, that just brushed past the hole. Pretty straightforward 4-footer coming up here.
Looking for another birdie here.
And mark it down. That's birdie number 7 on the scorecard.
Gotta like it. 2 in a row.
Now 7 shots behind after that. On the tee, the par 3 11th.
This green from the back tee looks minuscule. There's just not a lot of room on the front of it. Even the back section, which it does get a little bit wider, it still is very small. A massive shelf, top left. If you get it up there, happy days for you. If not, just find the green, 2-putt, make 3, move on.
Not a bad shot, that. Still a chance. This putt to move into the top 20 on the leaderboard. What are we looking at for this putt, Henny?
Yeah, guys, he's looking at around 17 feet.
This putt just 5 feet away from the hole. Trailing by 7 after that hole. Welcome to the par 4 12th hole.
This is about as tough a hole as you're going to find anywhere on the planet. Prevailing wind coming right back into the players. You just have to step up and hit a solid tee shot to find the fairway. From there, you're going in with a mid to long iron, sometimes even a hybrid, to a green that sits just above you. Not a ton of movement, but enough from back right to front left to make you think.
What a shot! Almost went in the bucket. He's standing over his 3rd shot. Certainly makes putting easy if you can chip it that close. And down it goes. Okay, he's holding steady on the leaderboard after that hole. Hole number 13 is a par 5.
This is one of the most interesting par 5s you'll ever play. If you hit a good tee shot, find the fairway, and you have the opportunity to reach, then happy days. But if you don't find the fairway or can't reach, now you've got to lay up into a low area where you're going to have a 3rd shot that's absolutely blind. This 3rd shot could be one of the most difficult 3rd shots on the PGA Tour, bar none.
That's tidy. Oh, that one just missed the hole. An opportunity for a birdie here.
You can cut the tension down here with a knife, guys. He's got this to go in front of Tom Kim.
And that's 8 birdies today. He's currently tied for 13th on the leaderboard. Let's see what happens here at the 14th.
Nice tee shot here. A little bit more room to the right than the players really feel like there is. However, that also brings a rough on the right-hand side into play, and you don't want to be there, especially with this green that's set right back against the canyon. It's a difficult second shot, almost an infinite edge pool look, if you will. You really have to bear down and make sure you have a good idea of your distance control on your second shot. Yep, that'll work. That's fine.
And now this to move into a tie for 6th. Oh, wow, that's back-to-back birdies.
Gotta like it. 2 in a row. He's feeling it.
He currently has a share of 6th position here. Welcome to the par 4 15th hole.
Why are the straightaway par 4s the hardest ones? We have another one right here. It's just straight away with the drive, nothing fancy about it. You find the fairway and you're left with another long iron second shot. You got a front right bunker that should see plenty of action. The one on the left, though, that's a big no-no spot, as this green does tilt pretty good from back to front.
Going with the 6 iron here. Not a bad play, that one. Trying to get to 9 under for the event with this opportunity. Started that way outside the line.
It's not a bad effort right there from long range. Big breaking putt. He just didn't quite read it right, but it'll be an easy par.
He's got this to move into the top 5 here. And he's down there. You got to read.
A tricky little slider here. Downhill, moving to the left.
And this one is for his par. And down it goes. Let's head to the next. Trailing by 5 shots after that hole. The 16th is a par 3.
A long par 3, especially with multiple tee boxes that can be used. Green is a little bit of boomerang shape, especially back left. That's when things get really tight. And I must say, this is a wonderfully, again, designed par 3 that makes you think an awful lot.
Tom Kim watched that one all the way. Great approach shot. This player is definitely upping the pressure in this rivalry.
Now let's head to Tom Kim. This is buckets. Boy, Rich, that was a big-time save, that one.
Uh-oh. There could be trouble ahead. The rival is coming.
He finds himself currently tied for 5th.
And after that good play, moving up the leaderboard.
This has to be one of the more difficult holes in golf. The long par 4.
They moved this fairway to the left alongside the canyon a few years ago, which really enhanced the beauty, but also the fear of this hole. You have to challenge the left-hand side because the bunker down the right is really no good. From there, the green, it tilts from back to front, mostly with a really low section over there on the left-hand side. However, it still is a promising birdie opportunity.
That's a high caliber shot, that one. And this putt to move into a tie for 3rd place. Trailing by a few shots after that hole. The 18th hole is a par 5.
I'd say this is probably one of the, if you talk about risk reward par 5s on the PGA Tour, this has got to be up near the top of the list.
You find the fairway, it's just begging you to go for it. You got the water fronting the green, and you have deep bunkers both right and left. But with the history of this hole, you got to go for it, don't you?
That's some good golf right there.
He has his eyes set on one place and one place only. It's the green.
Maybe going for the green, are we? Ooh, that almost went down. And a chance to move into a tie for second here. And that'll be all she wrote today. Well played. And as his round comes to an end, he's finishing up in second place.
Absolutely. Looking forward to watching the next 2 rounds.
Well, that's all we've got time for today. On behalf of myself, Luke Elvey, Rich Beam, Henny Koyak and John McCarthy, plus all the hard-working folks behind the action at 2K Sports, thanks for tuning in. Look forward to your company next time. Welcome everyone. It's time to get ready for the gripping season-long pursuit of the FedEx Cup, presented by 2K Sports and the PGA Tour. And what a stunning setting we have for the third round of the Farmers Insurance Open, right here in La Jolla, California, and Torrey Pines. Luke Elvey alongside Rich Beam. It's great to have you with us. As our coverage begins, our featured player is sitting in 8th place and will no doubt be looking to close the gap on the field. Let's see how he handles the day. Now to the first hole.
This is full send.
Okay, ball's in the air. Let's see how this round plays out. Not bad. This is his second shot. Pay attention, folks. That's how you play golf.
Nearly doesn't get any better than that. Amazing shot.
This putt about 11 feet in distance.
This is such a great opportunity for birdie.
Just a tiny putt is all that remains. He's in a share of 10th here in this tournament. Time to face a par 4. Well, I like the look of the line here. This should find the fairway. Time for the second shot here on the second hole. Nine feet to the cup. And that should secure the par on this one. Sitting at 12 under par for the event. We have a par 3 on this one.
I like it when they move this tee box up and it's only a wedge, because when they make it a 5-iron or more, this thing gets really difficult. Firm green, actually tilts away from you towards the ocean. This is a really difficult green to find.
That's well played. Anything on the green from there was fine. Okay, John, what's he looking at with this putt?
I think he's looking at about 23 feet to the cup.
Now look at this one come back. And that's going to be a pretty good outcome, that one, in the circle of friendship. 3 feet to go here to the hole. Just couldn't quite get it to drop. And in it goes. Moving down the leaderboard after that hole. And now on the tee, coming off a bogey, trying to reclaim some momentum.
I love this hole. Just take it out of those bunkers on the right-hand side and hit yourself a nice little baby draw. And from there, you have probably one of the coolest green complexes, I think, on the golf course. Really difficult to make birdie, and actually you're pretty happy making par. But I'm telling you what, sit there and enjoy the beauty of this hole. It's a doozy.
From around 170 yards here, 4 strokes off the lead. Ooh, this looks fantastic. Well, that's well played, and a great birdie opportunity coming up here at the 4th. And this one to move into the top 10 on the leaderboard. Yeah, nice effort from him. He bounces back from the bogey at the last hole. Well, good move there. Anything north on the leaderboard's always pleasant. Always positive coming off a birdie. Let's see what happens here.
This is a difficult driving hole. Big, deep bunkers left and right that must be avoided. From there, the second shot plays a touch downhill green that tilts pretty good from left to right and back to front. It's a strong par 4.
Bit untidy, wasn't it? Second shot here on the 5th. Looks to be going with the 6-iron. All right, facing a little up and down here to save the par. Or is that the number? That's outstanding.
Out of the rough, into the hole. Thank you very much.
And as we check the standings, our leader has a 1-stroke advantage. Now on the tee after a birdie, fired up and ready for more.
It's a nice reprieve, this par 5. Just a little bit dogleg from left to right. Keep it shy of those fairway bunkers down the left-hand side, and almost every player will give it a go in 2. This is a 3-tiered green with a low area over on the left-hand side that sees a lot of action.
Second shot here on the 6th. Yeah, this is the stuff we love, getting after this par 5 in 2.
Using all of his muscles to get that one home in 2.
Now, this is a challenging one. A lengthy putt awaits. Penny, take us through the break on this putt.
This is a big old left-to-righter.
This putt here to get to 14 under the card. This looks pretty tiny, this. That's disappointing. And just a little bit of clean-up work remaining on this hole. Now 3 strokes back after that hole. We've now arrived at the par 4 7th.
Lovely tee shot here. Just take it out those bunkers on the left-hand side and hit yourself a little baby fade. From there, you've got a green that sits above you slightly and also chases away from you just a little bit, believe it or not. This is a really good, strong par 4. Par is a great score.
And just in the first cut here.
Not quite going to be as easy to birdie this one today as it was yesterday.
And from the rough, too. This is looking nice. Well, after watching that, Tom Kim's thinking to himself, I better up my game here.
And this putt to move into a tie for 3rd. And JT is currently our leader. We've arrived now at the par 3 8th.
This green is not deep. It's wide. It's got a lot of movement from east to west, just not a lot of room north to south. You find the right section of this green, you could find yourself a nice little deuce.
Nicely done. 8 feet to the cup.
This for a birdie.
Nice one. 4th birdie of the day.
Back-to-back birdies, moving the right direction there, Luke.
No movement up or down on the leaderboard for this player. This hole is one of the longest par 5s on the course.
Luke, it's just a straight par 5, 615 yards. You got to hit a straight tee shot, a straight second shot, and hopefully hit a straight third shot. It can get challenging when they put the pin on the top left tier. That's when you can put a little too much spin on it and have it come chasing down to the front part of the green. That's no good.
Time for the second shot here at the 9th. Great shot. This putt to move into a share of 2nd place. Mark it down. That's birdie number 5. And as we update the standings, our featured player continues to be in 2nd place, just behind Justin Thomas.
Gotta like it. Moving up the leaderboard. Never a bad thing.
From around 140 yards here. Just 1 stroke back and right in it. Opting for the 9-iron. Outstanding shot. High quality. This putt is for the lead. Mark it down. That's 6 birdies today. And he'll move into top spot on the leaderboard. Ooh, we're at the par 3 here. I love these holes.
And not a big target either. You got deep bunkers both left and right. You got a shelf up there top left. This is just a strong, difficult, lovely, if you like, par 3.
Opting for the hybrid, I think. This is from miles away. This is a par putt. And he's down there. You got a read?
I'm thinking a little left to right here.
That's so close, but never mind. Just missing the par there. Unfortunate to drop a shot. Well, that's providing some hope to the rest of the field as our leader stumbles with a bogey. And with that hole complete, this player is currently tied with Justin Thomas for the lead. Let's see what happens here at the 12th.
This 12th hole is probably one of the toughest tee shots players will face out here. They know they have to hit a good tee shot, a long tee shot, to have any chance or hope of making birdie here. You miss it a little bit out to the right. The rough over there is horrific. You do find the fairway, though. You got a green that tilts from back right to front left, making the second shot so much more imperative to not get it above the hole. Second shot, leave below the hole at all costs.
Gee, it's metronomic here. Green after green. Gee, golf looks easy when you're playing like this.
Another green in regulation. This is an absolute clinic.
And after that hole, he's now alone at the top of the leaderboard. The par 5, 13th hole.
It's a very interesting hole. You know, miss those bunkers, put yourself in the fairway, but you've got this ravine that you have to hit over. It's a grass ravine, thankfully, so if you miss the fairway, you can lay up there. But going for the screen, if you come up a little shy, you could find one of these 4 or 5 bunkers, both left and right, and then you've got a nearly impossible up and down from there. And again, a green that's got a section on the left and a section on the right. Very rarely do they put the pin in the middle. But boy, I'd tell you what, this is a really good, fun par 5 that you can make anywhere from 3 to 7. Don't you think of it. No, don't. Stay there.
That one just missing the fairway, but not a bad outcome. And here we are with the third shot. Look at the line on this one. Get in the hole. He's found the surface. Good chance here.
And a fantastic look upcoming.
He's got a par putt here. Let's see if he can make it. Well, it was a wonderful approach shot, wasn't it? But unfortunately having to settle for par. And with that hole complete, this player is currently tied with Justin Thomas for the lead. The 14th is a par 4.
Nice tee shot here. A little bit more room to the right than the players really feel like there is. However, that also brings a rough on the right-hand side into play, and you don't want to be there, especially with this green that's set right back against the canyon. It's a difficult second shot, almost an infinite edge pool look, if you will. You really have to bear down and make sure you have a good idea of your distance control on your second shot.
Well, that'll work. Up on the dance floor. Could have been worse. 14-footer. Looks good off the blade. But what a performance. 8 birdies on the card. And as we head to the next tee, our featured player leads by 2. Here we are on the par 4, 15th hole.
As big as 12 was, Luke, this is almost twice the size, if you can imagine it, with a tiny landing area out there. This is possibly the meanest hole on this golf course. Not hardest, meanest. If you've walked off with par on this hole, job well done, my friend.
This shot here near the 200-yard marker. He's got a 2-stroke buffer. Hoping for a bounce here, preferably to the left. That was a beauty, right against the hole. Hasn't managed to birdie this hole this week. So close. And that puddle drop. Well done. And at the conclusion of that hole, our featured player leads with Justin Thomas right behind them. We find ourselves on a par 3 here.
This is underrated difficult. The green is big in size, but it plays awfully small because there's really small sections to this green. The front, the back right, and the top left. If you find the right section, job well done. If you don't, it's going to be a difficult two-putt to say the least.
That was a thing of beauty.
That's a great shot here at 16. It sets up a chance for birdie. 4 feet to the cup.
A great birdie chance here.
And after that hole, leading Justin Thomas by a stroke. 2 great shots are required here because this hole is a long par 4.
You want to avoid the bunkers on the right, but in doing so, you bring the ravine on the left into play, don't you? Second shot, though, plays slightly uphill. There's 2 distinct sections, the left and the right here. A little bit of a spine that bisects this green. This is a really good, strong par 4. Par is a great score.
Looks like a similar approach to yesterday.
Same spot as yesterday, looking for the same result today.
Going with the pitching wedge here. Wow, what a shot.
You know what? That deserves a golf clap.
And he just keeps putting a gap on the rest of the field. What a putt to hole.
Gotta like it. 2 in a row.
And we've got Justin Thomas coming off a birdie on his last hole, and that will take him to 2 off the lead. All right, 1 more hole to go. The 18.
I'd say this is probably one of the, if you talk about risk reward par 5s in the PGA Tour, this has got to be up near the top of the list. You find the fairway, it's just begging you to go for it. You got the water fronting the green, and you have deep bunkers both right and left. But with the history of this hole, you got to go for it, don't you?
That was wonderfully done. This shot here from about 240 yards. It looks like he's thinking about going for the green here. Well, that's a tremendous shot and sets up a wonderful opportunity.
I tell you, you just dream about days like today. Greens and regulation, spot on all day. Awesome.
Okay, Henny, what's he looking at with this putt?
38 feet to go with this putt.
This one might need to curl a long way back from the left.
Yep, that works. Nicely done.
It's downhill the entire way, and yet inexplicably comes up short.
And that's a nice way for the round to end, finishing up with the birdie. Through 54 holes, this wonderful golf continues. Our leader in the clubhouse.
Just a slim lead going into the final 18 holes. This will be pressure packed for this player.
On behalf of Rich Beam, Henny Kuyak, John McCarthy, I'm Luke Elvey saying so long from 2K Sports. 2K Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, proudly presents the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Well, it's that gorgeous meeting of surf and turf here at La Jolla, California. The final round coverage of the Farmers Insurance Open is on now. Luke Elvey alongside Rich Beam, as always, and delightful to have you with us. Well, Rich, it's been a terrific week for our featured player, but look at that name right below them on the leaderboard. That's got to be an ominous warning.
Yes, got the lead, and things looking pretty steady for him. Should be a really good day of golf ahead of us.
Oh, that was pure. His second shot here.
Oh, this wind really starting to get up. That was well managed.
7 feet to the cup.
He's got this one for birdie.
And that's an opening hole par for this player.
That's a rock solid par right there.
Teeing off on the par 4 second now.
What a gargantuan tee shot.
Oh, just snuck over the edge there. Putting for birdie. And we've got Justin Thomas coming off a birdie on his last hole, and that will take him to 2 off the lead. Stepping onto the par 3 third.
I like it when they move this tee box up and it's only a wedge, because when they make it a 5-iron or more, this thing gets really difficult. Firm green, actually tilts away from you towards the ocean. This is a really difficult green to find.
That's a high caliber shot. This putt of about 7 feet to the hole.
All right, guys, this for 2 birdies in a row.
That's very impressive.
Oh, that settles the nerves right there. Great stuff.
And after that hole, leading Justin Thomas by 3 strokes. Let's go to the 4th. It's a par 4.
Very picturesque, this 4th hole. Pacific Ocean directly to the golfer's left-hand side. Don't be sucked in by the views, however. You want no part of that. And you certainly don't want any part of that fairway bunker down the right-hand side either. Find the fairway, and you've got a good chance at knocking it on this green in 2. Be wary, though. Anything long and left on this green is no good.
Well, this is what you call an underdog. But the PGA Tour, we've seen plenty of those underdogs get up and win. Do you think this player's got what it takes?
The PGA Tour is full of underdogs that can flat out play, Luke. This is just another one of those scenarios. This player is someone to watch.
Oh, good look at a birdie here. And he holds another one. And he's building quite a sizable lead here.
Setting the tone early in this round.
Lovely momentum for this player after that birdie at the last hole. Keep it rolling.
This fairway cambers from left to right, which helps a fade on this hole. However, don't get too overzealous and pull it, because that fairway bunker down the left, that sees a lot of action. Second shot is a green that pitches back towards you from back to front. That's got a lot of movement over on the left-hand side.
And this putt is for birdie 3 on the scorecard. All right, Henny. What's he got in front of him here with this putt?
Setting up this putt 29 feet from the cup.
A bit long on that one. An opportunity to make a par here. Five feet coming up to the cup. And that was a bogey by our leader, so the rest of the field feeling a little opportunity here to close the gap. Let's see what happens here on the 6th.
It's a nice reprieve, this par 5. Just a little bit dogleg from left to right. Keep it shy of those fairway bunkers down the left-hand side, and almost every player will give it a go in 2. This is a 3-tiered green with a low area over on the left-hand side that sees a lot of action.
This is bold, going for it in 2.
Well played, mate. Oh, a 9-foot chance here. Henny, take us through the break on this putt.
This is going to turn ever so slightly to the right.
So close to the eagle. Just a short putt remaining here. Now 4 shots up after that hole. Now on the tee, fresh off a birdie, a great opportunity to build on that momentum.
This fairway slopes pretty good from left to right. Players want to start it out at the fairway bunker down the left-hand side and just hit a gentle fade off of that. Second shot here is to an elevated green. Don't go long whatsoever here. That's when the barranca and the canyons come into play.
This is his second shot. Choosing the 9-iron here. And that one finds the putting surface. It's a good shot. It's some work to do, however. This putt is about 15 feet to the hole.
Little birdie look in here.
Ooh. Okay, let's head to the next. We'll like the look at where he's standing on this leaderboard. The 8th hole is a par 3.
This green is not deep. It's wide. It's got a lot of movement from east to west, just not a lot of room north to south. You find the right section of this green, you could find yourself a nice little deuce.
Looks to have chosen the 7-iron. That should set up another chance. This putt coming up is for birdie. That's impressive. He just keeps extending his advantage over the field. Now 5 shots up after that hole. As we head now to the par 5 next.
Luke, it's just a straight par 5, 615 yards. You got to hit a straight tee shot, a straight second shot, and hopefully hit a straight third shot. It can get challenging when they put the pin on the top left tier. That's when you can put a little too much spin on it and have it come chasing down to the front part of the green. That's no good.
This is the second shot here on the 9th hole. Stay on the cut stuff. Running up the birdie putt here. John, what's the line on this putt?
And this putt should go left to right here.
That's disappointing. And the putt drops, and we're moving on. Here we go, Rich. In the lead, late in the championship. It's exciting.
Luke, so far, it's been entertaining watching these two go head-to-head. Not too sure exactly how this is going to play out, but so far, so good. Love watching these two compete.
This one looks to be heading for the sanctuary of the fairway. Oh my God, Rich. I don't even know who this player is. Look at this performance.
Kind of coming out of nowhere, but that's what makes this game so great, isn't it? Everybody loves a Cinderella story.
Going with the 9-iron, I think. You love watching people play the game when it's like this. It looks so easy.
The iron play today has been absolutely stellar. Luke, the greens and regulation, just a fantastic accomplishment. Great to watch.
Unable to take advantage of the great approach there, Rich. And our leaders managed to build a 5-shot buffer over the field. Hole number 11 is a par 3.
Oh, this is just a mean little par 3, isn't it? Not a big target up there green-wise. You got deep bunkers right and left. You got a 2-tier green. It's a fun, good-looking par 3. That's really hard.
Looks to be going with a hybrid here. Yeah, that was a safe play. Steps up to a putt of about 15 feet in distance. Oh, nice looking putt. Yeah, you like the look of that right off the blade. And he's holding steady in first place after that one. Looking to ride the momentum after coming off a birdie here with this shot.
This is about as tough a hole as you're going to find anywhere on the planet. Prevailing wind coming right back into the players. You just have to step up and hit a solid tee shot to find the fairway. From there, you're going in with a mid to long iron, sometimes even a hybrid, to a green that sits just above you. Not a ton of movement, but enough from back right to front left to make you think.
Always frustrated by missing a green.
And missing it long with that approach, not a good leave.
Could it be? Oh, terrific. What an effort.
And that'll be the birdie.
He's leading by 5 shots as we head to the next hole. Hole number 13 is a par 5.
This is one of the most interesting par 5s you'll ever play. If you hit a good tee shot, find the fairway, and you have the opportunity to reach, then happy days. But if you don't find the fairway or can't reach, now you've got to lay up into a low area where you're going to have a third shot that's absolutely blind. This third shot could be one of the most difficult third shots on the PGA Tour, bar none.
That's a good-looking shot there. Setting up for his third shot. Oh, that's great. It just missed the hole. Right on 4 feet. Should make this one.
He's staring down a birdie putt here.
And now that finds him in first place. This hole's a tough 2-shotter, a long par 4.
Nice tee shot here. A little bit more room to the right than the players really feel like there is. However, that also brings a rough on the right-hand side into play, and you don't want to be there, especially with this green that's set right back against the canyon. It's a difficult second shot, almost an infinite edge pool look, if you will. You really have to bear down and make sure you have a good idea
of your distance control on your second shot.
Well, that's right out of the top draw. A great shot from our leader. John, have you got a good read on this one?
Well, this one's going to break pretty hard to the left.
Ooh, not a bad effort right there from long range. Big breaking putt. He just didn't quite read it right, but it'll be an easy par.
And that'll see him remain in the same spot on the leaderboard. Welcome to the par 4 15th hole.
Why are the straightaway par 4s the hardest ones? We have another one right here. It's just straight away with the drive, nothing fancy about it. You find the fairway and you're left with another long iron second shot. You got a front right bunker that should see plenty of action. The one on the left, though, that's a big no-no spot, as this green does tilt pretty good from back to front.
This shot from about 190 yards out. Oh, that's outstanding. Another great shot by our leader. Scorecard filled with threes never hurts. Good putt to make this. Henny, you've had the chance to have a look over this one?
Setting up this putt 20 feet from the cup.
Starting this one way out to the left. Putting for par. The putt drops, and we're moving on.
What a great feeling being that far ahead with just 4 to play.
Let's see what happens here at the 16th.
A long par 3, especially with multiple tee boxes that can be used. Green is a little bit of boomerang shape, especially back left. That's when things get really tight. I must say, this is a wonderfully, again, designed par 3 that makes you think an awful lot.
Didn't quite have the right stuff there.
Shocking, a missed green in regulation.
How close was that to going down? He has this putt to save his par. And after that hole, leading Justin Thomas by 3 strokes. Here we are at the 17th, a par 4.
They moved this fairway to the left alongside the canyon a few years ago, which really enhanced the beauty, but also the fear of this hole. You have to challenge the left-hand side because the bunker down the right is really no good. From there, the green, it tilts from back to front, mostly with a really low section over there on the left-hand side. However, it still is a promising birdie opportunity.
Some nice calculations there with this wind.
Well, that hole's behind us. More to play. And after that hole, leading Justin Thomas by 3 strokes. Here we are on the last, and it's a par 5.
I'd say this is probably one of the, if you talk about risk reward par 5s on the PGA Tour, this has got to be up near the top of the list. You find the fairway, it's just begging you to go for it. You got the water fronting the green, and you have deep bunkers both right and left. But with the history of this hole, you got to go for it, don't you?
That's going to find the water, sadly. Oh, this is one of those pivotal moments, isn't it? If he can chip this in, he'll win the title. Oh, that's a tasty looking chip. Top shot. And now this. To win the Farmers, ladies and gentlemen, you've just witnessed history. Their first ever PGA Tour victory. Rich, they must be going berserk in their mind.
They're delirious. There's no doubt about it. I mean, so many emotions are racing through them right now. They can't even stop and think about anything for more than a few seconds. It's an amazing feeling.
Oh, Rich, that was a win straight out of your heart. I'm sure you must have been personally touched by it.
I love stories like this, Luke. I think that it really gives everybody else just a little bit more hope, saying, you know what, if this guy can do it, maybe I can do it. So impressed.
Well, that just about concludes our coverage. I'm Luke Elvey, and on behalf of Rich Beam, plus all the hard-working folks at HB Studios, it's good night for now.